Assalamu alaikum, dear listeners. Welcome to Fresh English.
This is the podcast where you learn slow, clear English and also learn beautiful lessons from Islam.
Yes, our goal is simple. We want to help you improve your English and improve your heart at the same time.
Every episode includes
Simple English, Islamic wisdom, short stories, Quran translations, Hadith lessons, practice sentences.
Today's topic is very important.
Yes, today we are talking about how to control anger in Islam.
Let me ask you a simple question. What is anger?
That is a very good question. Anger is a strong emotion. It happens when someone hurts us, when someone disrespects us, when something goes wrong, or we feel frustrated.
Yes, every human feels anger. Even good people feel anger. Even prophets felt anger. But Islam teaches us how to control it.
Exactly. Islam does not say never feel anger. Instead, Islam says control your anger.
Let's listen to a beautiful verse from the Quran. Allah says in Surah Al-Imran,
Those who spend in charity in prosperity and in adversity, who restrain anger, and who pardon people, and Allah loves the doers of good.
Subhanallah. Listen to that again. Allah praises people who control anger and forgive others.
Yes, not people who shout, not people who insult others, but people who stay calm.
Now let's listen to a famous hadith. A man came to the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam and said, "Give me advice." The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, "Do not become angry." The man asked again. The Prophet repeated, "Do not become angry." He asked again. Again the Prophet said, "Do not become angry."
Subhanallah, why did the Prophet repeat the same advice?
Because anger is the door to many sins. When people are angry, they may shout, insult, hurt others, break relationships, say things they regret.
Yes, one moment of anger can destroy years of love.
Let me tell you a short story. There was a man named Ahmed. Ahmed worked very hard every day, but one day he came home tired. His son accidentally broke his phone. Ahmed became very angry. He shouted at his son. His son started crying.
That is very sad.
Yes. Later that night, Ahmed felt regret. He realized, the phone is not important. My son's heart is important. So he went to his son and said, "I am sorry." His son hugged him, and they both cried.
Subhanallah, this story teaches us something important. Anger can hurt the people we love the most.
There's another beautiful hadith. The Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, "The strong person is not the one who can wrestle others. The strong person is the one who controls himself when angry."
This is powerful. Real strength is not physical strength. Real strength is self-control.
Yes, many people think strength means shouting louder, winning arguments, dominating others. But Islam says true strength is controlling your anger.
Why do people get angry? There are many reasons. Sometimes people are angry because they are tired, they are stressed, they feel disrespected, or they feel hurt.
Yes, sometimes anger is actually pain inside the heart.
Exactly. Many angry people are actually hurting inside. They feel ignored, unappreciated, misunderstood.
There's something important we must remember. Shaitan loves anger.
Yes, when a person becomes angry, Shaitan tries to make things worse. He whispers, "Shout louder, say something hurtful, take revenge."
But Islam teaches us to stop, think, remember Allah.
Let's talk about the first method. The Prophet said, "When you become angry, remain silent."
This is very wise advice. When we are angry, we say things we do not mean, so silence protects us.
Yes, silence is powerful. Sometimes the best response is no response.
There's another beautiful teaching. The Prophet Muhammad ﷺ said, "If you are angry while standing, sit down. If the anger remains, lie down."
Subhanallah, even changing body position can reduce anger.
Now let's practice some English sentences together. Repeat after us.
I control my anger.
I choose patience.
I remember Allah when I feel angry.
I stay calm.
Anger does not control me.
I control my anger.
Dear listeners, think about a moment when you were angry. Maybe you said something hurtful. Maybe someone hurt you. But remember something. Allah is Al-Rahman. Allah is Al-Rahim. He loves when we forgive others.
Yes, and when we forgive others, Allah forgives us.
Imagine two people. Person number one becomes angry quickly. He shouts, he hurts people, he loses friends. Person number two controls anger. He stays calm, he forgives people. People trust him, people respect him. Which person do you want to be?
The second one, the calm one, the patient one, the believer.
We will talk about powerful Islamic techniques to control anger.
These are simple but life-changing.
The first technique comes directly from the Prophet Muhammad. When a person becomes angry, he should say, "A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim."
I seek protection in Allah from shaitan.
Why is this powerful? Because anger often comes from shaitan's whispers. When we remember Allah, shaitan becomes weak.
Imagine this situation. Someone insults you. Your heart becomes hot. Your face becomes red. Your voice becomes loud. At that moment, say quietly,
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم.
You will feel calmer.
Technique 2. Make wudu.
The Prophet ﷺ gave another beautiful solution. He said anger comes from fire, and fire is cooled by water. So when you feel very angry, make wudu.
Yes, wash your hands, mouth, face, arms, head, feet. Water cools the body, but wudu also cleans the heart.
Many people say after wudu they feel peaceful again.
Technique 3. Stay silent.
This technique is simple but powerful. When you are angry, stay silent.
Words spoken in anger can become lifelong regret. Sometimes one sentence can destroy a friendship, a marriage, a family relationship.
So remember this rule. When anger rises, silence is wisdom.
Let me tell you another short story. There was a shop owner named Bilal. One day, a customer entered his shop. The customer was rude. He shouted. He insulted Bilal. Everyone in the shop became quiet. They expected Bilal to shout back. But Bilal stayed calm. He smiled and said, "Brother, maybe you are having a difficult day. May Allah make it easy for you."
The customer became silent. His anger disappeared. Later, he came back and apologized.
Subhanallah, Bilal won the situation with patience.
Technique 4. Change your place.
Another helpful technique is to leave the situation. If someone is making you angry, walk away. Take a short break.
Distance helps the mind calm down. When we stay in the same place, the argument grows bigger. But when we step away,
the anger slowly disappears.
Let us remember another beautiful message from the Qur'an. Allah loves those who forgive people. Forgiveness is a powerful act.
When we forgive others, we free our hearts from anger. Holding anger is like carrying a heavy stone. Forgiveness removes that weight.
Another powerful method is remembering the reward from Allah. When you control anger for the sake of Allah, Allah rewards you greatly.
The Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, "A person who controls anger when he has the power to act on it, Allah will honor him on the day of judgment."
Subhanallah. Imagine that moment, Allah recognizing your patience.
Dear listeners, let us think for a moment. How many arguments in life start with anger? Family arguments, workplace conflicts, friendship problems.
Many of these problems start with one thing: uncontrolled anger. But imagine a world where people practiced patience. Families would be happier, friendships would be stronger, communities would be peaceful.
Let's practice English again. I stay calm.
I control my emotions.
I remember Allah when I feel angry.
Patience makes me stronger.
I choose forgiveness.
Anger will not control me.
A lesson from the Prophet. The Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam was the most patient person. Even his enemies insulted him. They threw stones at him. They hurt him, but he still forgave them.
One famous example happened after years of persecution. When the Prophet returned to Mecca, he had the power to take revenge, but instead he said, "No blame will be upon you today." He forgave everyone.
That is true greatness.
Sometimes we must ask ourselves an honest question: what makes me angry?
Yes, maybe it is disrespect, stress, lack of sleep, work pressure. Understanding our triggers helps us manage anger. Another helpful technique is slow breathing. When anger rises, take a deep breath. Slowly breathe in, slowly breathe out.
This relaxes the body. The heart becomes calm. The mind becomes clear. There was once a young man who had a terrible temper. He hurt many people with his words. One day, his father gave him a bag of nails. He told his son, "Every time you become angry, hammer a nail into the fence." The first day, the boy hammered 30 nails. But slowly, he learned to control anger. Soon, he stopped hammering nails. Then the father said, "Now, remove 1 nail each day you control anger." Finally, all nails were removed. But the father showed the fence. It was full of holes. He said, "Angry words leave scars in the heart."
That is a powerful lesson. Words spoken in anger can leave permanent damage.
Dear listeners, anger is natural, but controlling anger is a sign of faith.
Remember these techniques. Seek protection from Allah, make wudu, stay silent, leave the situation, remember the reward.
When we follow these teachings, our hearts become peaceful, our relationships become stronger, and our faith becomes deeper.
We will talk about healing the heart and building patience. Dear listeners, many people think anger is the real problem. But often, anger is not the real problem.
Yes, anger is often a symptom. Inside the heart, there may be sadness, disappointment, stress, fear, or emotional pain.
Sometimes people feel ignored. Sometimes they feel disrespected. Sometimes they feel lonely. And that pain becomes anger.
Islam teaches us to care for our hearts. The Prophet said the heart is very important. If the heart is good, the whole life becomes good.
But if the heart is full of anger, life becomes heavy and difficult. That is why Islam teaches us tazkiyah, purification of the heart. One of the most beautiful words in Islam is sabr. Sabr means patience, but sabr also means strength, endurance, trust in Allah.
Allah mentions patience many times in the Quran. Allah promises something beautiful for patient people.
Indeed, Allah is with the patient.
Imagine that. When you are patient, Allah is with you. Let me tell you a beautiful story. A man once came to the Prophet Muhammad and insulted him. He spoke harsh words. The companions became angry. They wanted to respond, but the Prophet stayed calm. He did not shout. He did not insult the man. He remained patient. Later, the man realized his mistake. He felt ashamed. His heart changed.
Subhanallah. Sometimes patience can change hearts. Anger creates enemies, but patience can create friends. Dear listeners, anger can damage relationships. A husband and wife may argue, friends may stop talking, family members may separate.
And many times the problem begins with one moment of anger, a harsh word, a loud voice, a hurtful sentence. But Islam encourages something beautiful: forgiveness.
Forgiveness is not weakness. Forgiveness is strength.
When we forgive others, we are not losing. We are winning something greater. We are earning Allah's pleasure.
Many scholars say forgiveness brings peace to the heart. Holding anger is like drinking poison, but forgiveness removes that poison.
Now, let's practice some English sentences again.
I choose patience.
I forgive people.
My heart is calm.
I trust Allah.
Anger does not control me.
Patience makes me stronger.
When we feel angry or stressed, making dua helps the heart. Here is a simple dua. O Allah, calm my heart and guide my actions.
Another beautiful dua is, O Allah, remove anger from my heart and fill it with patience.
When we speak to Allah sincerely, our hearts become lighter.
Let us remember the story of Prophet Yusuf. His brothers treated him very badly. They threw him into a well. They separated him from his father.
But many years later, when Yusuf became powerful, he had the chance to take revenge. But what did he do? He forgave them.
He said something very beautiful. He told them, "There is no blame upon you today."
That is the power of a heart free from anger.
Controlling anger is like training a muscle. It takes practice.
Here are simple steps to train your heart. Pause before reacting. Take a deep breath. Remember Allah. Think about the consequences of anger. Choose patience.
Every time you control anger, your heart becomes stronger.
Dear listeners, think about your life. Is there someone you are angry with? A friend, a family member, a colleague?
Ask yourself, is this anger helping me or hurting me? Sometimes letting go is the best choice.
A teacher once said something wise. He said, anger is like a storm. When the storm begins, everything becomes loud and chaotic. But if we wait patiently, the storm passes and the sky becomes clear again.
Patience allows the storm to pass. Imagine becoming a person known for calmness. People trust you. People respect you. People feel safe around you.
That is the character of a believer. A believer is gentle, kind, patient, and strong.
Dear listeners, anger is natural, but patience is a choice.
When we choose patience, we follow the example of the Prophet. We purify our hearts and we strengthen our faith. We will share powerful stories of forgiveness from Islamic history. These stories teach us how strong patience can be. Dear listeners, a calm heart is a beautiful thing. When the heart is calm, words become gentle, actions become wise, and relationships become stronger.
But when the heart is full of anger, people argue, families break, friendships end.
That is why Islam teaches us to protect our hearts.
Let me tell you an emotional story. One day, a Bedouin man came to the Prophet Muhammad. The man pulled the Prophet's cloak very roughly. It was so strong that it left a mark on the Prophet's neck. Then the man said loudly, "Give me wealth from Allah's money."
Subhanallah. Many people would become angry, but the Prophet did something amazing. He smiled. Then he ordered that the man should be given charity.
This is the character of the Prophet Muhammad: patience, kindness, mercy.
Forgiveness has incredible power. It can stop hatred. It can heal hearts. It can rebuild broken relationships.
Sometimes when someone hurts us, our ego says, "Take revenge," but faith says, "Forgive for the sake of Allah." Let us talk about a companion of the Prophet. Omar ibn al-Khattab was known for his strong personality. Sometimes he became angry quickly, but Omar also feared Allah deeply.
One day, a man spoke harshly to Umar. Umar became angry, but another companion reminded him of a verse from the Qur'an: "Show forgiveness, command what is right, and turn away from the ignorant."
When Omar heard this verse, his anger disappeared immediately. That is the power of remembering Allah's words.
Let's practice speaking again. Repeat after us slowly. My heart is peaceful.
I choose patience.
I forgive others for the sake of Allah.
Calmness is strength.
Anger is temporary.
Patience brings reward.
Let us share a modern story. A young man worked in an office. One day, his colleague blamed him for a mistake. The manager became angry. Everyone looked at the young man. They expected him to argue, but he stayed calm. He said politely, "Let us check the work together." Later, they discovered the mistake was not his fault. His manager respected him even more.
Calm people often gain respect. Now, let's talk about daily habits. These habits help build a calm personality.
Habit number 1. Start the day with prayer. Fajr prayer brings peace to the heart.
Habit number 2, read a small portion of the Quran daily.
Habit number 3. Practice gratitude. When we thank Allah for our blessings, anger becomes smaller.
Habit number 4, speak gently with others. Gentle speech prevents arguments.
Dear listeners, imagine your future self, a calm person, a patient person, a person who controls emotions.
People will admire that character, but more importantly, Allah will love that character.
Nature teaches us patience. Look at a tree. During storms, the tree bends but does not break.
In the same way, a believer stays patient during emotional storms. Anger may come, but patience protects the heart. A peaceful mind comes from strong faith. When we trust Allah's plan, we become calmer.
We remember something important. Not every problem needs anger. Sometimes the best response is patience. Let's practice a small conversation. Are you feeling angry?
Yes, but I will stay calm.
What will help you calm down?
I will take a deep breath and remember Allah.
That's a good choice.
Patience is always the better choice.
Dear listeners, imagine a world where people control anger. Families would be happier. Communities would be peaceful. Hearts would be lighter.
And it all starts with one decision: choosing patience instead of anger.
The Prophet showed us the best example. Even when people hurt him, he responded with kindness.
If we follow his example, our hearts will become stronger and calmer.
We will talk about something very important: how to build a calm Muslim mindset. Dear listeners, our thoughts influence our emotions. If we think negative thoughts all day, our hearts become heavy.
But if we train our minds to think positively, our hearts become calm.
Islam encourages positive thinking about Allah. Always believe that Allah's plan is wise and good.
Sometimes people become angry because life does not go as they planned. Maybe a job did not work out, someone disappointed them, or a problem appeared suddenly.
But believers remember something important. Allah is Al-Hakim, the most wise. Even when we do not understand a situation, Allah knows what is best.
A believer develops a calm mindset. This mindset includes patience, gratitude, trust in Allah, and emotional balance.
A calm believer does not react quickly. Instead, they pause, they think, they choose the best response. When we feel angry, making dua is very helpful. Here is a simple dua. O Allah, remove anger from my heart and fill it with patience.
Another beautiful dua is, O Allah, guide my words and actions.
When we remember Allah, our emotions become calmer. Let's practice again. Repeat slowly. My mind is calm.
My heart trusts Allah.
I choose patience.
I control my emotions.
Allah guides my actions.
I respond with wisdom. Successful people often practice reflection. Reflection means thinking about our actions. At the end of the day, ask yourself, did I control my anger today? Did I speak kindly to others? Did I remember Allah?
Reflection helps us grow. It helps us become better people every day. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, was known for his gentle character. He rarely became angry, and when he did, it was only for the sake of justice.
He never shouted unnecessarily. He never insulted people. He treated others with kindness. This is the character we should try to follow.
Imagine two drivers in traffic. Driver number 1 becomes angry. He shouts. He honks loudly. His stress increases.
Driver number 2 stays calm. He breathes slowly. He remembers Allah. He accepts the situation.
Who will feel more peaceful? Of course, the calm driver. Building a calm mindset requires practice. Here are some helpful habits. Start the day with gratitude. Pray regularly. Speak kindly. Avoid unnecessary arguments. Remember Allah during stress.
These habits strengthen the heart.
Sometimes anger comes from past experiences. Maybe someone hurt us deeply. Maybe we experienced injustice.
Healing takes time, but Islam teaches us to place our trust in Allah. Allah is Al-Adl, the most just. Nothing escapes His knowledge.
Let's practice a short conversation. Why are you calm today?
Because I trust Allah.
What helps you control anger?
Patience and prayer.
That is a wise choice. Dear listeners, imagine becoming a person known for calmness. People will respect you. People will trust you. People will feel comfortable around you.
But the greatest reward will come from Allah. Allah loves those who control anger and forgive others.
Think about your life. How many problems were caused by anger, and how many problems were solved by patience? Patience is always the better path. In the previous parts, we learned many things about anger.
Yes, we talked about
Why anger happens,
Islamic techniques to control anger,
stories of patience and forgiveness,
how to build a calm Muslim mindset.
Today, we will end with powerful final lessons and inspiration.
Dear listeners, anger is like fire. If we do not control it, it can burn everything around us.
Anger can damage families, friendships, marriages, workplaces.
Sometimes a single angry moment creates regret for many years. Let me tell you a beautiful story about patience. A man once came to a wise scholar and said, "I cannot control my anger. What should I do?" The scholar gave him simple advice. He said, "Every time you feel angry, remember that Allah is watching you." The man practiced this advice. Whenever anger appeared, he paused and remembered Allah. Slowly, his anger disappeared. His heart became calm.
Subhanallah. Sometimes one simple reminder can change our life. The Prophet Muhammad taught us something very important. The strongest person is not the one who defeats others. The strongest person is the one who controls himself during anger.
Self-control is true strength. Anyone can shout, anyone can argue, but controlling anger requires faith and discipline. Let's practice speaking again. Repeat slowly.
I control my anger.
I choose patience.
My heart remembers Allah.
I respond with kindness.
Patience brings peace.
Anger will not control me.
A peaceful heart is one of the greatest blessings. When the heart is calm, sleep becomes easier, relationships improve, life feels lighter.
But when the heart is full of anger, life becomes heavy and stressful.
Dear listeners, imagine two versions of yourself. The first version becomes angry quickly. This person argues often. People feel uncomfortable around them.
The second version is calm and patient. This person speaks gently. People trust them. People respect them.
Which version do you want to become?
Let us remember the important steps we learned today. Seek protection from Allah. Stay silent during anger. Make wudu. Change your position or location. Take deep breaths. Remember the reward from Allah. Practice forgiveness.
These simple actions can transform your life.
Dear listeners, every day we face challenges. Sometimes people hurt us. Sometimes situations frustrate us. But every moment of patience is a victory.
Every time you control anger, your heart becomes stronger, your faith becomes deeper, and your character becomes more beautiful.
What helps you stay calm?
Remembering Allah helps me stay calm.
What do you do when you feel angry?
I take a deep breath and stay silent.
That is a wise decision.
Patience always brings peace. Dear listeners, anger is part of being human, but controlling anger is part of being a strong believer.
When we follow the teachings of Islam, our hearts become peaceful, our words become kinder, our lives become better.
Let us end with a simple dua. O Allah, fill our hearts with patience, remove anger from our hearts, and guide our words and actions.
Ameen. Thank you for listening to Fresh English.
We hope you improved your English and strengthened your heart today.
Keep learning, keep growing, and keep choosing patience.